So this is another question, 2015 question 1B. It's a theory question. We have been given that if A, B, and C are any sets, okay, show that A union B union C, okay, is equal to what? A union B, then all union C. We are to prove this. So how do we prove this statement? The first thing we need to use is to reflect and remember the property of equality of two sets. Okay? If we can understand the definition, it makes it easy, all right, to be able to prove this. Excuse me. I want you to recall that if set Y is a subset of, if set X is a subset of set Y, and set Y is a subset of set X, what can we infer from here? All right, I'm trying to show you what you will need to know to be able to prove this question. What this means is that if all the elements in set X can be found in set Y, and all the elements in set Y can be found in set X, so what does that mean? All X is in Y, all Y is in X. That means X and Y are the same. You understand? So I can infer that definitely set X is equal to set Y. You get it now? So look at it. If we are to prove that A union all union B union C is equal to A union B all union C, definitely it implies that this particular set will be a subset of this, and this particular set will also be a subset of this. This implies that this set A union all union B union C must be a subset of A union B all union C, excuse me, and A union B union all union C must be a subset of A union B union C. So look at it now. We need to show that A union B union C is a subset of A union B union C, and A union B or union C is a subset of A union B union C. So to be able to prove that this is equal to this, we just need to show that this is a subset of this and this is a subset of this. All right, what that simply means that all the elements you can find inside this set will be found here, and all the elements you can find here, you will find them here. All right, so how do we show that this is a subset of this and this is a subset of this? Now look at it. So picking the first one, look at it. If X is a subset of Y, for example, what it means is that if you pick any arbitrary element in set X, you will always find it in set Y. You get it? So that means I will need to show that there is an element here. Arbitrary element here will always be in this set. You get that now? Now, when I use any representation, I am not referring to one element. I am referring to any element that is present here will always be here. All right, so let's see, let's proceed with the solution now. Okay, so first now let's pick any arbitrary element. Think of any element. I am thinking of, say, x. All right, you can think of p. Okay, pick any element. Now that element will represent any element within that particular set. If there are 20 elements, it means that the arbitrary element you pick can be any of the 20 elements inside this set. Okay, so now let x be a member of A union B union C. Do you see it now? I have picked an arbitrary element x to be a member of this. It's not saying that x as one element. It's saying x as any element of this particular set. Okay? I must show that, you see this element that is inside this set must be inside this. So there is a way I will rearrange this until I must show that it's inside A union B union C. Are you getting it? You see now. Look at it. We'll now use the definition, okay, of a union of set. X is a member of set A union B union C, right? Okay. From the definition of union of set, all right, comma, what can you infer? If x is a member of A union B union C, look at it oh, we have A B union C combined with A. That shows that if A is a member of this union this, it means from the definition that definitely x must have belonged to set A or belong to set B union C. Do you understand that? This is what I'm saying. Let's see x union y. Okay, look at it. It doesn't necessarily imply that the element in x must always be in y. The union, say definition of union is that what? This one implies set. Let me rewrite it well. You know, you need to understand definition of sets, terminologies of either definition of union, definition of difference, definition of intersection, definition of complement is very important. That's what you will use to be able to analyze this problem. If we have x union y, what this simply means is that it's a set of elements. I want to choose an element, say P now, such that P is going to be a member of X, or P is going to be a member of Y. That's all. Okay? P may be, if P is in Y, I mean is in X or is in Y, no problem. Okay? So every element that is in X or element that's in Y is a member of X union Y. So the same way, if X is a member of A union B union C, it means that it is either X is a member of this A or it's a member of B union C. You get it now? So I can say that, therefore, from union, it implies that X is a member of A, okay, or it's a member, X is a member of B union C. I've applied the definition here. Okay, now I will go further. That this also implies that X is a member of A, or look at it now. I'm still using the definition of a union of two sets. If X is a member of B union C, what does that imply? From that our definition, it means that X is a member of B or X is a member of what? C. Now, see, I have ended up splitting, okay, this statement that X is a member of A or B or C using the definition. So look at it. My duty now is that from here, if X is a member of A or B or C, can I recombine using the definition of union of two sets? If X is a member of A or X is a member of B, what can I say from here? Just these two. This will imply that X is a member of A union B. Do you agree with me? Yes. Or X is a member of what? C. Do you see what I did? I split them and I did a recombination. Okay? Still using the definition of union of two sets. So look at it. If X is a member of this or X is a member of this, definitely it will imply that X is going to be a member of the union of these two. That when you combine the elements of this and this together, you will find X inside it. You get it? So this will become A union B union C. Look at where we started from. X was a member of A union, X is a member of A union B union C, and see how we rearrange the whole thing using definition to arrive that X is a member of what? A union B union C. This associative property of union of three sets. Okay, so now if X is a member of this, and we eventually found out that X became a member of this, what can we infer? Okay, excuse me. So if X is a member of this, and we eventually end it to see that X is a member of this, then it's obvious, then A union B union C is a subset of A union B union C. All right, that's all. But are we done? No. We just decided to show that A union B union C is a subset of A union B union C. We just showed this aspect, all right? But we need to show the other part, that this other one is a subset of this. Please don't think that we are referring to one element. This is an arbitrary element, which means any element of this set. What it means is that if there are 10 elements here, if you pick any one of them at any time, you will always find it in the other set. That's what it means. All right, do you get it now? So now let's see the other way around, that if we pick any arbitrary element also in this set, you will find it here. Okay, all right. So I will follow the definition again, step by step. So the next part is, conversely, Now we want to move from the other end. Let Y, an arbitrary element now, be a member of this other set, A union B or union C. Okay, our duty is to show that any arbitrary element in this set, we will find it in the other set as well. Okay, so we will use the definition of union of two sets to rearrange this until we'll get this, so that it is obvious that indeed Y2 is a member of this set. Okay, so look at it now. From here, since I said let Y is this implies that Y is going to be a member. You may not necessarily write all those stories, but you can write you can write some of the reasons why you are taking the steps that you are taking. Okay, so Y is a from this now. If Y is a member of this, definitely Y is going to be a member of A union B, or Y is going to be a member of set C. What's the reason of this? I can put it beside. From definition of union of sets. Do you get that now? So if that is the case, I can still see that Y is a member of this union this. From the definition, it means that Y is going to be a member of set A, or Y is a member of set B. Then this is still there, or Y is a member of set C. Okay, same reason. Now, if Y is a member of set A, or Y is a member of set B, or Y is a member of set C, I can still use the definition of union to now say that this also implies that Y is a member of set A, or now I can recombine this. Okay, definitely Y is going to be a member of set B union C. Do you see it? Now, if Y is a member of A or Y is a member of B, it means when I combine this and this together, I will find Y as a member. Are you getting it? So this implies that Y is a member of A union B union C. What do you notice? I started with Y being a member of A union B or union C, and I rearrange only to discover that Y has now become a member of set A union combination of the A union, the combination of B union C. A union B union C. Okay, so if I have picked any arbitrary element here, and I discover that that arbitrary element is also found in this, which shows that this set must be a subset of this set. You get it? So therefore, I can say that A union B union C is a subset of A union B union C. Do you see it now? All right. I can now conclude. Permit me to conclude here. Okay? Don't mind my small board. Since A union B union C is a subset of A union B union C, and A union B union C is a subset of A union B union C, then A union B union C is equal to A union B union C. That's all. Ó ti tán. Do you get it now? It's very simple. Alright? With these things that you have learned today, I will encourage you to take enough practice question. I will still, upload some other questions of this kind so that you can perfect your understanding on them. I declare that the few things that you have learned from this aspect, they are retained in your mind, in your cerebrum, so that when you need them during the exam, your brain is able to recollect them, to recall them, and effectively utilize them for solving every question appropriately. In the name of Jesus, your memory is blessed. You are successful already in this JUPEP exam in the name of Jesus. Please, I encourage you, spend more time to read during this lockdown. Don't delay. Don't think that there is still sufficient time. All right? The time is very limited. So utilize your time to read, and the Lord will help you.